Hi, Dr. Wu Di here, and this time of the season, people are starting to get a lot of colds. The weather's going crazy. As you know, most of the United States, the weather's been going up and down. Last week it was 0, and now it's 50. Down here in Florida, we also have a lot of weather changes, and what that does is that brings in a lot of colds and flus for people, especially colds. So today I want to go over some exercises to open up the sinuses, open up all the eustachian tubes in here, open up the ears, around the eyes. So let's get started. The first one we're going to start off with is the sinus massage. So if you just place your hands right over here, right beside the nose, and start to make circles. Stop, take a breath in, exhale. Now the opposite way. This starts to open up the sinuses. It drains all this. And you know those days where you wake up and you're saying, you can't breathe, everything's like this. If you do this for just a minute, you'll notice a lot of air flooding into your sinuses. You'll be able to open them in no time at all. There's some products that I like at this time, but we'll talk about that later. Let's go into the ear massage. Now, this is an interesting one, and I've had a lot of success with this, and I want everybody to try this on your, if you're women out there, take your earring off because it hurts. But without an earring, here's what you do. You grab onto the lobe, you pull it down rather hard, and then you pull it up. You'll hear a little popping sensation. So you pull down, pull up, and what happens is it opens all this energy. So sometimes if you get out of the pool and your ears are blocked, or if you're just starting to feel something in your ears, pull down, pull up, boom, it opens. Here's another ear one that I like. You massage the ears. First of all, massage the lobes to the outside. This starts to open up a lot of things. As you know, in Chinese medicine, the ears have all the acupuncture points. It's like a fetus curled up. When you curl up, so the top of the head's here, and the spine's in the middle. So as you do the ear points, you start to open up all the acupuncture points, all the meridians in the body. So the ear massage is very important. So start by rolling in. You roll the ear down, and then you roll the ear out. Do it a few times. You know, it's not often that we get our ears massaged. So you roll it in, and then roll it out. Now, remember, you always want to leave by rolling it out. The ears have to do with the kidneys in Chinese medicine, so when we start to do this and work the ears, we're also starting to work the kidneys. Not only the whole body, all the meridians, but especially the kidneys, in which you'll feel, like I feel heat in my ears now. Let's do the other side. Rolling it out. Whoa! And rolling it in. So you really grab a hold of the lobe and just start to roll that. Good, and that opens up the hearing, that strengthens the kidneys, that gets heat moving through the whole body. Okay, so we got the sinuses and we got the ears. The eye exercises are another important one because what happens, cold, flus, all that stuff, start to get teary, runny eyes. You'll notice it right away. So take your thumbs right up in these points right here and push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, that's the only one you need to do with the eyes. Now here's one I've never showed you, but this one works great. It's the mouth, to get the mouth open. The mouth has to do with our needs, what we need. What all the things around needs have to do with the mouth. The teeth have to do with the bones, kidneys again. So let's do a few. We'll start with the teeth clicking. So the teeth clicking, you're just going to click. This is an old yoga exercise. It works the bones, starts to strengthen the teeth, strengthen the gums. So let's do this one. You can do this one for about a minute. Okay, so we got a few more. We've got this one. Take your finger like a hook. You're going to put it right in your mouth. And you're going to pull back. And then the other side. So you really work these things. This opens all the muscles around the mouth. As we open up these muscles get contracted. We start to get a double chin. We start to get wrinkles in our face. And all the expressions get locked. So when you open these, now I heard a story about an old form of Indian wrestling where they stand up and you take your finger and you put it in his mouth or her mouth, and then they take theirs and put it in their hole like this. Now, I don't do that type of Indian wrestling, but this will really open up the mouth, the gums, and give you more room and flexibility. Okay, I've got one more for the cold and flu season. This is all about opening up the whole face, the ears, the sinuses, the eyes, the mouth, and now the head. So, if you rub your fingers together, make a fist, rub these together. You want to get some heat build up in here. And now we're just going to do the tapping, top of the head, to the back of the head, to the frontal eminence, the side of the head. Wake up that brain. Wake all this stuff up. You get a lot more energy. Your mind will get stronger. Your mind will get brighter, and you'll be more awake. So anyway, those are the exercises that I start to open up my whole face. It starts to bring heat to the body and open things up. So now I want to show you some great exercises for detoxing the body. Now what I'm going to do is something that's very important, and you hear a lot about it in the news now. It's about detoxing. Now, what do they mean by detoxing? It's not like detoxing from drugs. It's getting the toxins out of your body. What happens in our environment now, there's so much pollution that every day we're taking on mercury, cadmium, all these different arsenic. It's all getting into our body. So we want to get that out, because if you get too much heavy metal toxicity, you age quicker, it slows down your brain function. So detoxing is very important. And one of the ways that I like to detox is with a dry brush. Let me show you what it is. A dry brush is a natural bristle brush. They're all natural. It looks like something that you'd use in the shower. But this brush, you don't get wet. You keep this one dry. And it's done for many reasons. As you rub the skin with it, and I'm going to go over how that's done, it starts to stimulate the skin. It starts to bring more blood to the skin. So all of a sudden, you're getting all this energy, all this blood brought up to the skin. So you're going to feel invigorated. And not only that, all the dead skin, the stuff that's laying, because skin changes every 7 days. As you brush the skin, you'll get out all the dead flakiness, and you'll start to feel much more energized. I do this every day. Now let me tell you when the best time to do it is. You want to do it right after you finish your exercise. So if you do an exercise before you jump in the shower, that's the time to use the dry brush. Now you'll see them, sometimes they come with a handle on the back. They come apart that you can use it like that, or this is the one that I like, and you can get it at just about any health food store. What you're looking for is not a plastic one. You want all natural fibers, because that stimulates your body the best, and it's all natural. Now, if you use it for a while and it starts to get dirty, or you can always take shampoo, clean the brush, wash it out, let it dry for 2 or 3 days or out in the sun. You'll bring the life right back to it. It'll last you for about a year. So let me show you how it works and why we do it. Now, when we do the dry brushing, we're always going to brush towards the heart. because we want to bring all that energy towards the heart. Okay, so I usually start, there's a few warnings. On your face, because your face is gentle, be very careful on the face. Women, cup your breasts, going around, and men, be sure to cup your genitals, because man, you don't want to rub over those pieces because they hurt. Okay, so the way to do it is you start with the abdomen, your belly, and it has some great benefits. You'll start to lose weight. Whoa! Everybody likes that, except the skinny ones. Okay, so here's what it does. Can I stand up here? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to start, not going to take my shirt off yet. We'll start off with the abdomen. So it's a brush like this, and I'm just brushing up towards my heart. Brush, brush, brush. And you'll start to flake off the skin. Okay, now, then the arms. All around the whole arm. And really brush it toward the heart. Both sides. Cleaning my shirt this time. Brushing in toward the chest. Now on the ribs, you're going to pull up on the ribs. Like that, both sides. Now for the legs, up the inside, down the outside. Again on the other foot, up the inside, down the outside. Okay, and then get your back, really work around the kidneys. You're making circular motions on the kidneys going to the inside. Other side to the inside, and really work that kidney area. You'll get all that heat moving and you'll get everything stimulated. You'll start to feel great. Okay, now let's do the back and the shoulders. Okay. Shoulders. This is right in the gallbladder area, gallbladder 21. It's a really important acupuncture point, and we're going to go over some of that later. And then down the back. Around to the outside on the butt. And then again, other side. Down the back. So you're starting to get your whole body stimulated because you're getting this brush. These bristles are starting to bring up the blood. You'll see that your body will get red. Now, it may itch a little, but it only itches because you're getting the blood moving. That's a good one. Okay, so on the face, gently. Just to the outside and upward. This stimulates all the little capillaries in the face. You get more blood in your face, you get more energy, you'll get less wrinkles, and you'll start to feel great. So, every morning, boom, right after my exercise, I do the dry brush. If I come home at night, before I jump in the shower, again, I do the dry brush, and I get my whole body stimulated with this. You'll start to feel good. You're going to move out all that old skin. You'll start to grow new skin, and you're going to feel younger. You're going to look younger, and you're going to have a lot more energy. I want to review the grounding techniques. Let me tell you why. Grounding is so important. You know, I live in Miami Beach, and Miami Beach traditionally has a lot of old people. And a lot of those people, they're walking wobbly, and they're always checking the ground to make sure they don't fall. This is interesting. If a person's older and they fall, let's say they break their hip or their ankle or something, they don't get the movement, right? then fluids build up in the lungs, then they can get pneumonia, bad, cold, sick, and before you know it, they're in the ground. So what we want to do is we want to keep our grounding techniques really strong because it gives us balance, agility, flexibility, youth. The difference is if a person doesn't have their grounding techniques down, they're shaky, they're afraid to fall, they're being careful all the time of not to fall. If you're flexible, you're agile, you have that down, if you fall, you get up. Okay, so I want to show you some great techniques. These will keep you grounded, give you some flexibility and agility, and allow you to move in your universe without taking those bumps and falls, okay? So, we went over the 9 points before on the feet, and they're very important. Okay, let me take my shoe off and my sock and show you this. This is important ones. Okay, on the foot, we've got some points that are very important. We've got bubbling springs right in the middle here. That's kidney 1. Now, the points we're going to pay attention to are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 toes, okay? We want to put our attention in our toes, okay? Then our heel. The heels are very important to balance out the 2. We've got the inside of the foot, and we've got the outside of the foot, and we have the ball of the foot. So these 9 points where you're actually going to claw the ground. You're going to start to pull the energy up from the ground with your feet. So I'm going to take off my other shoe and we'll go over this together and we'll really get these things down. Okay. Okay, so when I'm starting the grounding techniques, first of all, you want to get your feet at the right length. Now, a lot of people say it's shoulders. Here's the easiest way to find it. Bend down, put your foot here. See that? That gives me the space, and I know exactly where my shoulders should be in alignment. Now, come up on my toes. Come up on your toes. Feel those 5 toes. Now, rock back on your heels. Go to the outside of your foot. Now the inside of your foot. Now put all of your attention on the ball of your foot. This really starts to ground your energy. Okay, now the knees are important. We don't want the knees over the toes. We want the knees aligned with the toes. The kneecap should be right directly over the toe. Okay, and your pelvis is going to be tilted forward just slightly. It's almost if I had my tail and I pulled my tail through my legs. Then I relax. Whoa! Relax that. Okay, so I'm getting a slight movement in the pelvis. Okay. The chest is going to be like push it in for a second.